Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a marvelous day. My name is Art and welcome back to my channel. You can almost feel the spring coming over and it should be in a couple of weeks, couple of months, and it's going to be warmer and we're going to be enjoying fantastic weather on lockdown in UK. So in today's episode I will be talking about new collection from Avon. Yes, that's right, there's a new collection from Avon and this is completely new vibe. As I'm saying, is like a spring vibe, spring vibe, spring vibe, spring vibe. So the packaging is blossomy. There's loads of flowers, loads of colors. I'm excited to open this eyeshadow palette upside down. Never mind. Eye and cheek palette on this one. Here I've got mascara. There is like a something for lips. I've got some other collection as well, which I will be talking about. So there are some. There is a blush and glow in two shades, medium to deep, light to medium. So we'll see how those two are working. I've got some eyeliners, gel eyeliners as well, but I'm mostly focused on the new collection, so we'll see how this is working, how the packaging is looking as well, and how everything is working on my face, and if we can create a cool look with this new blossomy eyeshadow palette. I'm curious, I hope you're curious as well. If you want to see how the new collection is working, keep on watching on. So let's get going. First of all, we're gonna start with this packaging. So what we've got here, this is a Full Bloom Big and Full Slash Mascara. So packaging as usual, typical for Avon, loads of signage and like loads to read on the back. It's like, so it's in hundred of languages, so everyone can read and understand what's in the actual packaging. So what do we've got here? Nice blue packaging with flowers, spring vibe, blossomy, Full Bloom. That's the new collection. So here we've got a mascara. This one is marked Big and Full Slash Mascara. So typical packaging for Avon, very big and juicy mascara, and there is like a little flower at the top of the packaging as well. So it's still bringing the vibe of the outside packaging. So there were like 2 or 3 colors. So I've chosen the blue one because I'm like, let's go over and beyond and create a look with blue mascara instead of black. I've got loads of black mascaras from Avon, and my opinion is like, you know, up and down, depends of the product, depends what they are launching. Let's see how this one is looking. So oh yes, this one. Can you see the color? This is so vibrant. So this one is cobalt. So it's cobalt blue mascara. So the applicator is very it's nothing unusual. It's typical applicator for Avon. It's very big. It's very big brush, very juicy, very hairy brush. So I think this one is not comfortable for small lashes, but we're actually going to try in a second. I like the color. The color is very nice and juicy, and the packaging is typical packaging for Avon brand. So there's nothing new. Here we've got 2 other products. So those are Twist and Play Lip Stylo. Oopsie. Yeah. Lip Stylo. So we've got 2 lip liners, and one is in the shade of Rose and the other one is shade Sweet Lust. So let's see the first one. Packaging, obviously the same. Everything is in spring vibes. Oh, this is quite big lip liner. It's quite thick liner. So we've got Twist and Play Lip Stylo Lip Crayon with, of course, a flower on the top. So it's still comparing to the packaging, which is the outside packaging, the new collection. But I can't see the name of the lip liner. Okay, this is quite confusing because you've got the name on the outside packaging. So this one is Rose, but there's no name on the actual product. So this is like a bit confusing because we're not holding products in the boxes, right? We're just throwing them away, and we're just holding these ones in our purse, in our makeup bag, suitcase, drawer, anything. But you can't. You're gonna miss the name. You're gonna miss the name. So I think someone forgot to put the name on the actual packaging. What's cool about this? Loads of people are asking because there were like different products before, like Jumbo Eye Pencil, which was very big and massive and juicy pencil, and nobody know there is a, like, not everyone knew there is a sharpener on the back of the actual product. So what they did over here, they put a big arrow saying sharpener. So if you don't know there's a sharpener, now you will know. With the big arrow, you can't miss it. So the back, like the bottom of the liner, has a color, so you know that's the color, but there's no name, so this is like quite confusing, right? So let's see. Oh, okay, that's the sharpener. So typical sharpener for a lip liner, eyeliner, very useful, and it's sharpening it precisely. So putting it on the back, click, nice, boom. So this is plastic packaging with a lip liner. There's quite a lot of products you can see. So rose shade in this one. It looks very nice. So let's see how it glides on my hand. So there's the first color. It's called Rose. Ooh, very nice and smooth. Very nice and smooth, pinky shade. Very nice. So this one is like a satin shade. It's not completely matte. It's satin. It's very nice and smooth. So we'll see how this is going to work on my actual lip. Let's see the other shade. Just double checking if there's no name. Yeah, there's no name on this one as well, but you can see on the bottom of the lip liner there's a cup with sharpener, obviously, and the color. So this one is in the shade Sweet Lust. Boom. Same thing, plastic packaging, loads of product, a lot. There's like a different, like, it looks like it's been a little bit broken, but I think this is like the manufacturer thingy. Okay, and this one looks more shimmery. So let's see how this one is going to glide on my hand. Oh, it's smooth like butter. It's much more deep and intense color, and this one is more like a metallic lip liner. But I wouldn't mind comparing those two and creating a look on my lips to create like an ombre look. Definitely. So this one, the second one, is more like a metallic shade. It looks very nice. Righty, let's get going to the most important thing and the most exciting thing, which is the eyeshadow palette. So this is like half. This is like an eyes and cheek palette. So this is going to be a blusher. Hopefully it's going to be a highlighter and an eyeshadow palette. So packaging, super blossomy, super juicy, super fresh, blue, vibrant colors with some pinks. Full Bloom, that's the collection, that's the name of the collection. Limited edition, obviously, eye and cheek palette. There's loads to read on the back in different languages, so everyone is going to find something for themselves. Let's see how the actual packaging looks like. Okay, so my first feeling. Average quality, okay? I can't expect much from Avon. Oh, the foil is coming off. We can't expect much from Avon. There was a new collection, there was like previous collection, Lisa Armstrong, and her collection was very nice. The packaging and all the products were done very precisely. You can feel the quality was very nice, and you actually knew what you're paying, because the price was a little bit higher than like a typical Avon product, but some of the products were like on very high level, and some of them were like, you know, like a Avon quality. So this eyeshadow eye and cheek palette, quality of the packaging feels very basic. There's nothing bad about this, but it feels very basic. So the price for this eyeshadow palette, let me just double check. I think it's about like £8. Eyeshadow palette, £12. Not bad. So not much. It's not like £8, £6. £12 for the cheek and eyes palette. So let's see how it looks inside. So what are we missing over here? Okay, in my opinion, if you're doing a new product, if there's a new collection launching, if you want to make a big wow, and this is product for like an individual person, there has to be a mirror. If you're doing an eyeshadow palette, definitely there has to be a mirror. If it's going to be a plastic mirror, if it's going to be like a normal glass mirror, there has to be a mirror if there's a new collection for individual clients. There's none over here. So if I'm a makeup artist, if I'm using it for my clients, I don't have to look at the mirror because I'm doing something on my client. I don't need a mirror, but here, come on guys, there should be a mirror. Typical cardboard packaging, but there has a magnet, so it's closing and nothing is going to fall out apart from the foil, which is going sliding super quick. So what we've got here are a few eyeshadows. I can see some shimmers, and that's the blusher. So still about the packaging. The packaging, oh, it's cheap and plastic. It doesn't look nice. Doesn't look nice, but we're just paying 12 quid for the eyeshadow palette. So what to expect, right? So what we've got here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades. Which one is the blusher? And wow, there's only one matte shade in the shade like navy. It's almost like a navy blue, but it looks very pastel-y. And the rest is shimmery shades. And we've got 1, 2. I could use those as the highlighters in the corner of the eye, my brow bones, maybe on the cheekbones, we'll see. But let's dig in. I'm so interested. I'm so curious how the pigmentation is working on this palette. So let's dig in. I want to go with the first one, the shimmery one. Okay, it looks like this. Then we will go with the purple one. How's it going? Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's go with the navy blue. So this is the only matte shade that we've got in this palette. And definitely let's try the blusher. Oh my god, the blusher is so dry. It's so dry. Okay, so let's see how it glides on my hand. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we've got the first one. So the first one is like more shimmery shade, yeah. There's not much shimmer. It's very delicate shimmer. Nothing spectacular. To be honest, the purple one. So on my finger it looks metallic, but when I'm blending it on my hand, it looks completely matte. So maybe it is matte. There are 2 mattes, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So let's say there are 2 mattes. Okay. So the purple one, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's alright. The blue one, oh my god, I'm so disappointed. Because I saw the first eyeshadow. And I thought it's gonna be the only matte in the palette, and it should be like, it should give it a kick. It should be so powerful, and it's not. It's very pastel-y shade. It's very pastel-y, or it's like very matte, but it doesn't have much energy. So, so. And the blusher, do you know what? Avon is very known from loads of pinks, loads of pink, bright, strong lipsticks, blushers, lip liners, and this pink is like proper pink. It looks almost like the pink on the packaging. It's not strong. It's not strong. It's very dry. So I will see how it's going to apply on the actual foundation, how long it will stay. We will see in a second, but I'm a little bit disappointed about the blue one because I thought it's going to be a strong matte shade, but it's not. I'm disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed, but like, let's give it a chance. We'll see how it's going to work while doing a makeup. Right, let's dig in with the rest of the products now. Alrighty, so let's try 3 eyeliners. So this is like, I mean, it's not a new collection, but those are new products. Launched in Avon. Very popular, very nice, apparently very nice and strong shades. Water resistant, that's super good because we can try them in the waterline. So hopefully they're not gonna smudge as the previous ones were smudging very quick. So hopefully these ones will not smudge as fast as the previous ones. So the packaging, the outside packaging is typical for Avon, nothing spectacular, black packaging with a big mark sign, and we've got 3 big gel paint pencils, Longwear gel eyeliner. Okay, so I hope this is going to be a really Longwear eyeliner. And you've got 3 different shades. We've got Silver Shimmer, Tropic Teal, and Plum Full. So I think those are going to be, those are one of the most popular shades popular in 2021. So what we can create with those liners, not only to go to apply the product in the waterline, but obviously we can create a wing close to the lash line and just extend our look, or just play and create something something new, something spectacular, something which is going to be eye bringing to your look, which is going to be very creative, a liner on the eye going out above your eyebrows, anything, because 2021 is full of creativity. So I think with those eyeliners we should be able to create something very nice. So let's see the first color. So we've got Silver Shimmer. Silver Shimmer, as usual, the same packaging as we had before in Avon. Yeah, on this one we have a name. So there's Longwear Eyeliner and it said it's Silver Shimmer. So this is cool. Come on, don't forget about putting the names on the new packaging. If you're gonna launch something new, make sure there's going to be a name on it, because we're not holding the boxes. Let's see. No, there's no sharpener on the back of the eyeliner. Shame, but we can buy a separate sharpener, and it's not a problem to sharpen it. Yeah. So white top of the eyeliner, typical, and we've got nice sharpened silver eyeliner. So let's see how this one glides on my hand and if the pigmentation is nice. Okay, so everything glides so smooth, like the previous collection as well. It glides nice and smooth like butter. Same as this one. Very nice and silvery, smooth, buttery consistency, very shimmery. It's very cold, cold silver. Actually, it depends on the light. Sometimes it looks very silvery and bright, like very bright, almost white. But if it comes to a different angle of the light, it looks more grayish. But it's very nice and satisfying. So this one is a silver. So definitely we can create wintry look or something more more vibrant to go in the waterline and open the eye a little bit more. What we've got here, this one is Tropic Teal. Tropic Teal. So on the bottom of the eyeliner there is a colorful cup, so it's saying what color is it, and there's obviously a name of the actual product. Great, amazing. The rest is the same. Let's see how this one is gliding. So the first one was more shimmery, right? The silver one. Tropic Teal. Oh, this is a very nice bluish greeny tropical color. So again, depends on the intensity of the light. The color looks completely different. So here is like a navy blue, dark green, but here is like very light green. So this is very interesting. It depends on the on the actual light, how the color is actually changing. It's very nice. So see, it's very dark and there is a very bright color, green, deep teal. Oh, it's very nice. So this one is metallic as well, but this one is less metallic than the previous one, the silver one. They don't have any shimmeriness inside, so it doesn't distract from the rest of the makeup that we're doing. So this is okay, because the previous collection, like the previous collection, the packaging is this quite same, but the metallic eyeshadows have, apart from the metallicness in their consistency, they have like a tiny metallic drops, so it's giving even more extra dimension and extra vibe to the actual liner. The last one is purple Plumful. That one is Plumful. Obviously the same packaging, everything is the same, and let's see how this one is working and how this one is gliding on my hand. And this one as well is very nice, smooth and buttery consistency. It doesn't look like it would stay on my waterline. That is very like long lasting, but hopefully it's going to dry and it's going to stay quite long. So that one, the Plumful one, is not metallic. It's more like a matte liner. It's very deep shade. It's very deep, plumfully, plummy, purpley, dark purple shade, but they look very nice. They're very intense, very nice and very intense. To be honest, Avon is, I think it's it's very known for their liners and some of the eye products that are very good. So we'll see how these three, maybe not three of them, because I'm not going to try all of them on today's look, but we'll see how one of these or two are going to work on my eyes. So let's get going. We've got two more things to take a look at. Right, the last but not least, we've got two palettes. So a blush plus glow. Why two? Because the one is medium to deep and the other one is light to medium. Same packaging, loads to read on the back. This is like literally like a book. 1,000 languages. What about the packaging? The outside packaging looks very basic. Quality of the imprint should be much more intense, and it should be more eye-taking, because I think this imprint is very low. Like the name is okay. There is like a glow. It is actually glowing. It's like a gold signature over here, so you can see it is gold and it's shiny. So definitely there's going to be some highlighter. So whoa, hopefully there's going to be like a strong highlighter. I hope so. And the blush, but the background should be more intense. The quality should be more intense. Right, so let's see how the packaging is looking. So I'm gonna open both of them straight away. Let's just double check. Yeah, there is a name on the back of the packaging, so that's okay. I'm not gonna mess them up. Okay, we'll see the second one as well. We've got light to medium. Great. So we've got two. Same packaging, same name, same graphic design, same background at the front, like on the outside packaging, and loads to read on the back as well, like on the outside packaging. So let's see how they are looking inside. Right, do you want to see? Bam, 1, 2, 3, boom. Okay, yeah, and we've got a mirror over here. Come on, guys. So there was a new collection without a mirror, and there's an old collection. I mean, not an old collection, but not a new collection. Something which was maybe before. And we've got mirror over here. We've got covers. Okay, so first impression. Let me show you. Which way? That way? So hard to take them. Bow. Oh, I can feel magnets over here because like woo. Right, so we've got two palettes, blush and glow. We've got light to medium and we've got medium to deep. As you can see, the colors are very close. They're very similar. They're very similar to each other. So apart from packaging, which is quite similar to the Full Bloom collection, this one feels more heavier, and this one feels more expensive, and the quality feels more. It feels better, to be honest. So let's see how the first palette works. So we've got light to medium, which is going to be for more like European customers, maybe Asian customers as well. So we've got two blushers. We've got two highlighters. Oh, I'm so excited about the highlighters. And we've got two bronzers, but one of the bronzers is with some shimmer. So I think this can work as a highlighter, like a very warm highlighter, or you can mix it with a bronzer and give yourself some extra dimension and some extra glow to your look. So let's dip in and see how the actual products are working. So the first blusher, it is softer than the previous collection, the Full Bloom. So this one is softer, but it's still very powdery. So it is very powdery. So let's just check the blushers. The second one, same feeling. It's very dry. It's very powdery. I would rather prefer to have something more, something softer. Oh, the bronzer is so powdery. It's like, yeah, so much leftovers on the actual packaging. And the last one, I think it's going to be a shimmery. This is like such a warm gold. Okay, so I left the highlighters to check them in the second. So let's see how it works on my hand. So let's do a couple of swatches. So we've got blushers and two bronzers, and they're looking like this. So they're quite delicate. as you can say, light to medium. More European, maybe Asian customers can try this palette. Shades are very delicate. So the first blusher is obviously pink. Avon, hello, pink, just like my background for today. The blushers are, the first blusher is very light, very pastel shade, and very delicate. So it brings a little bit of like a peachiness vibe as well. But it's more pinky, but it brings a little bit of peachiness, just like a tiny bit. It looks very nice, and it looks very cute. So I would recommend for like an Asian customers to create a very nice subtle look. The second blusher, it's more like it is pinky shade. They're blending very nice on my hand. My hand is dry, there's no primer on my hand, but they're blending very nice. So I think it will be able to create a nice look and to blend them out easily, hopefully. The bronzer, the first one is very yellow. It's so yellow, it's almost blending with my skin, with my hand. So I'm not sure if we can create something with this. Maybe it's buildable, we'll see in a second. Hopefully yes. And the last one, so this is not a bronzer. I don't know. It looks like a bronzer, but it's quite shimmery. So maybe mixing both of them, the shimmery bronzer, and this bronzer will create something something interesting. But it's very warm. It's very strong gold bronzer. So I wouldn't recommend for pale skin, Asian skin, or European skin, because this is not going to work, and we're going to look horrible. But maybe if, as I said before, if we're going to mix both of them together, the bronzer, the light bronzer, and the darker one, maybe this will be something useful. Right, so okay, let's go with the highlighters. So the highlighters are a very important thing in the eyeshadow palette, because this is like the finish, to make the finish of the look. So you can apply the highlighter on your cheekbones, on your nose a little bit, to highlight your brow bone, go in the corner of your eyes if you don't have the shimmer in the eyeshadow palette. Obviously create like an illusion of bigger lips to apply the highlighter on your cupid bone. And let's see how those two highlighters are working. Finger crossed, at least this is going to be good. So we've got two shades. The first one is like a champagne gold, and the second one is very yellowy shade. I don't know why is it yellow. Let's see. They're more soft than the actual, oh wow, than the actual eyeshadows. Softer and like quite intense. Very nice. Let's see. Let's see what I've got. Space. So we've got the light one. So it's going to be like a champagne gold. Boom! Look at that. Oh, this is. Oh, I need some sunglasses. This is all right. And let's try the second one. More yellowy. It's less intense, but still have the power. It looks so nice. Okay, Avon. Great, amazing. Highlighter. Wow. I love it. I love the first one. Champagne gold is very nice, very delicate. For European, Asian skin tone, amazing. Boom. The second one is a little bit warmer. We can try to create something with this, but even for darker skin tones, the second one would be perfect. Okay, let's check the second palette. And the second palette is this. Let's see if it's the same one. Definitely, it's not going to be the same one, because this one is deep. This one is medium to deep. So this one is going to be for more darker skin tones. Hopefully, it will match darker skin tones. So let's see what we've got inside. So definitely this blush is completely different than the first one. I can see it straight away. And this blusher is going to be more pitchy, I can tell straight away. We've got very similar highlighters and a bit darker bronzer than the first one, the light one. And the last one, I think it's quite similar to the previous one. So let's dip in and see how the blushers are working, and the bronzers as well. I'm super excited. So the first one, okay, it is less dry than the first one, to be honest. And the second blusher as well is less dry as the first one. They're very nice and pigmented. Let's see the bronzers. Pigmentation is quite similar. Whoa, the last one, it's so dark. It's such a warm goldy brown shade. Let's see how they're working on the hand. So we've got the first blusher, we've got the second blusher. Let's do some swatches so we'll see how the pigmentation is working and how the actual products are gliding on my hand. So here you go. So as you can see, first look is saying that the products are more intense, so the blushers are so intense, and the bronzers okay, slowly from the first blusher. So the first blusher is very nice, the pigmentation is very interesting. It's nothing major, it's not super strong, which is okay because we can create a delicate look, just one dip with your brush, not much drama on the face. It's more like a peachy shade, to be honest. It's pinky and more, it's more going to peachy shade. Like the previous one was more pinky and this one is more peachy pink shade. The second blusher, this one is quite interesting because first of all, it's blending very nice. Second of all, it's very pigmented. It's very pigmented, but it has a bit of shimmer, so it's quite metallic blusher. Depends on the light. It looks matte, but depends on the light. It looks quite metallic, so there is some shimmer in the actual blusher. So this is quite interesting. This is very interesting. It looks very strong, very intense, pinky gold shade. Looks very nice and is interesting. So I think on dark skin tone it will look amazing. Right, we've got two bronzers. I'm disappointed about the first bronzer because it's very delicate. It's very delicate. So if I'm blending it, see, it's a little bit more intense than the previous one, and it's more visible on my hand, but it's almost blending with my skin tone, right? So I would say this one should be more intense. So the previous the light palette had the bronzer which is going to be too yellow for my skin tone, so definitely I will try this one from the darker palette. But the last bronzer, so again this bronzer is with some extra shimmer, so it's giving you like an extra glow, extra warmth to your look. Definitely I would mix those two together to have like an in-between shade, because the first one is too light, the second one will be too dark. Depends on your skin tone, obviously. Well, I'm just comparing with mine, but it looks very nice. It's very intense, but to be honest I would use it as an eyeshadow. Definitely I would use it as an eyeshadow. But to compare both of them, talking too much. But to comparing both of them, I would say the difference is not so big, apart from the blushers, which are more pitchy, and the second one is more intense, more pinky, with some extra shimmer. So let's see the highlighters. So come on, highlighters, work. So we've got the champagne gold. I think the consistency is quite similar. They're very soft and nice, and they don't feel like butter, but they're softer than the previous ones, to be honest. Okay, so one is yellow and one is like is it champagne gold? It's champagne gold. 1 and 2. Whoa, they are so intense. Yes, Avon, you did a good job with the highlighters. Cool, very nice. Do you know what? I'm curious. I want to compare those highlighters from the previous palette. So we'll see the light one. So here we've got medium to deep, yeah. And let's dig in and see light. And we'll see if they're quite similar. Like, okay. Right, there's not much difference. So if you're just looking like this, ooh, highlighters, they're looking completely the same. The light palette, which is those two ones, so those are from the light palette. So the highlighter is more champagne gold, and in the darker palette, the warmer palette, this highlighter is going to be more yellowish. Going to those two, they're quite similar, but one is just a little bit lighter than the other one. They're still yellow, but the intensity is still the same, but the yellow undertone is going to be the Same. Okay, so I think it's time to fetch some foundation, prepare my skin, and it's time to create a blossomy Valentine's look. Let's get going. Okay, so my face is primed, my face has the foundation on, and I've got the base on my eyes as well. So let's get going. Let's dip into the eyeshadow palette and let's see if we can create a look. Any look. Any look. Any look. Any look. If we're gonna have any luck to create something with this eyeshadow palette and the new collection, Fully Bloom from Avon. Definitely we're gonna have loads of pinks colors as usual, because the pink is like the key in this eyeshadow palette. I mean, not the pink, but like pinky purples colors. Right, so it's hard because most of them are shimmers. So right, let's go with this lavender shade. Okay, it's very powdery. It's doing so much mess on the actual palette. Yeah, the pigmentation looks okay on the brush. See, loads of product. Let's dip it onto my eyelid. So my eyelid has been primed, ready for the foundation, for the eyeshadow, right? And I'm dipping in the eyeshadow on the whole lid and blending it out as my main base. Right, so it looks quite intense. It looks a little bit patchy. That's how you say it. Patchy. Right, I got my magic mirror. Let's do a close up because I can't see anything at all over here. This side, this side. It's quite patchy eyeshadow, to be honest. It's not. I don't feel the blendiness that it's easy. Actually, it's quite thick. It's getting quite thick when you're applying it onto the eyelid. It's not so bad, but it's not like the best quality, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing onto the other eye. Just gonna dab the base a little bit more because it got into the crease, and going with the same eyeshadow onto the other eye. Just dabbing it a little bit and then blending the leftovers onto the whole eyelid. So this one is like a lavender shade, quite cold shade. It would look good in the corner of the eye as like an extra, but this is going to be my main base of the whole look. I'm not mad at the color, to be honest, but the way it's blending, it's a bit difficult. It's not blending out, so I would rather say to get less product, blend it out fast, and then add the amount you want to add to your look. Because then blending out, it's quite difficult. Okay, let's dip in. I'm gonna leave the brush on the side and grab another brush and dip into the other shade straight away. Because I want to go with the pink shade, I will use the blusher for this part. Okay, so I'm dipping into the blusher. And again, it's still very powdery and it's doing a lot of mess on the eyeshadow palette. A bit of mess, a little bit of fallout. Let's see how it works with the first eyeshadow. If it's not blending it out, because that's the thing. If the eyeshadows are blending each other out, it doesn't make any sense. So let's see how this one is working. So the pigmentation is very delicate, but it's attaching to the previous eyeshadow and the base. So okay, let's give it a go. So I'm smudging and blending it out. Okay, usually I've been working on eyeshadows which are very pigmented. So on one hand, it's super good to have like very pigmented eyeshadow palette because you can just create something amazing. But on the other hand, it can be quite difficult to blend them out, or you have loads of fallout. In this situation, we've got very delicate eyeshadows which are quite pastely eyeshadows, and the look that I'm creating, it's not like a breathtaking eyeshadow and it's not breathtaking look at the moment, but let's trust the process and let's see how it's going to work with the other eyeshadow. So I blended out the pink blusher on to my eyelids, and it works okay. It's nothing significant, nothing super strong. So like the first eyeshadow is taking over the blusher a little bit, so I can see some transparency going through the blusher, which is on my eyelids. It's nothing super strong, but in the way of blendiness, the blusher was more blendable than the first eyeshadow, because maybe the first eyeshadow was more shimmery. That's why it's more thick, and the quality of the blendiness, it's so. Right, so with the same brush that I've used just a second ago, I will go with the purple shade. Apparently it's matte, but it looks a little bit metallic, but let's dip in. And again, we've got a little bit of fallout, so it's a very powdery, messy eyeshadow. And with this one, I will go in the corner of the outside corner of the eye and try to create more like a deepness, smoky look. So dabbing the eyeshadow onto the eyelid. So okay, now because we've got, this is going to be the third shade, so some of the eyeshadows, depends on the brand, are taking over the other eyeshadows, and sometimes you can blend out everything, like blend it out, it's not gonna go together, and it's blending out the previous eyeshadow. But this one, it's working okay. So I would say this palette has very delicate and pastel shades. There's nothing strong, nothing breathtaking. It's very delicate. It's spring vibe, blossomy vibe, flowery vibe, pinks, purples, a bit of shimmer, but nothing extravagant and nothing spectacular, to be honest. So as you can see, the purple is blending out nice. It's giving like an extra vibe. It's like filling up the actual look, and it's starting to look more interesting. So it's giving more intensity, because pink on its own, it wouldn't look so nice, but with this purple, I would say, yeah, it's a little bit of combination of a matte and metallic eyeshadow, and the way it blends is quite nice. So the way how the purple eyeshadow is blending is not so bad. It looks very nice, so it's going very nice with the first eyeshadow, the blusher, the pink blusher. It looks okay. The way it's blending, it's very nice. The pigmentation is not so strong, so we need to add a lot of the product, but it is buildable, so that's good. That's good. It is buildable, because the first layer, the second layer is not enough. If you would add a third, fifth, sixth layer, it's going to look more intense. So now I want to see how the shimmer is working, so I will dip into the first shimmery eyeshadow and just extend the look of my eyebrows, just smudging a little bit. How does it look? It looks okay, not bad. As a highlighter, definitely a no-no, because it's very cold shade, but it's blending with the purple. Ooh, very nice. It's blending very nice. I'm giving extra dimension to my eyebrows. I'm cleaning the eyeshadow, which is a bit too close to my brow bone, so cleaning it as well and making like a proper shade of the look that I want to create. It looks very nice. It is okay. It's quite thick when you're blending. I don't know why it's so thick, but it looks okay when you're blending it out. So those eyeshadows are quite difficult to work with. I don't want to say too many bad words about the product, but it's like so. As well, I don't want to compare with like high level on top shelves brands, because it doesn't make any sense. Come on, comparing Avon with like I don't know, Charlotte Tilbury or Makeup Revolution. No. Right, so this one is blending very nice. It looks okay. It is blended nice. Cool. So I think I will go with the rest of the colors on the bottom eyelid. Let's try the eyeliners. So I think I will go with the silver one, Plumful. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Plumful and on the edges, and then I will go with the Tropic Teal. It's not going to match this look. I will go with the silver one. Okie dokie. Right, so let's get the silver shimmer, and this one is going in the corner of the waterline, just over here. This is the moment I actually hate, because I need to dip into the waterline, and my waterline is very delicate. Okay, and then the Plumful is going to go at the edges, so at the corners of the eye on the waterline. So this is going to create more deepness into the look. How is it working? I thought it's going to be more intense, but it's not. It's actually gliding on the waterline, not how I want to. Okay, it's working on this eye, but it's not working on this eye. What the hell? Come on. Fuck's sake. It's not doing anything on the other eye. Is it more watery? Okay, this one is so-so, but this one is not even taking the product. No, that's a no-no. Okay, so the Plumful is not going onto the waterline as it's supposed to go. The waterline is quite watery, so it's not absorbing the product. Okay, let's go with the other shades. So I'm taking the purple one again, the same purple which is on the edges over here, and I will go onto the bottom of the eye over here. So I'm going to try to dab it a little bit and then blend it out and connect what's up with what's going to be on the bottom. Okay, the pigmentation is nice. Okay, I will go with the peachy one, the peachy shade, and this one is going to go in the corner of the eye because I want to use as much shadows as possible. So this one is going in the corner, so I'm trying to dab it a little bit, connect it with the purple, blend them both together and create a nice transition. Very nice. Again, it's doing loads of fallout on the actual palette. Right, so the Plumful eyeliner is not working actually on the waterline. Maybe it will work on as an eyeliner to create a wing, or just like significantly make the eyes look more more dramatic with the eyeliner. So I will try it, and I will do it, because actually on the waterline on this side it looks but it's nothing exciting. Apart from the silver one is holding strong in the corners of the eye. As you can see, it's very shimmery over here. So I think I will just extend the line till the end, because this one is working, but the Plumful one unfortunately doesn't do anything. Silver one okay, but the Plumful one is like, yeah, so. Right, let's try the mascara. So this is a cobalt shade. Let's see how the brush is working and how the actual mascara is acting on my lashes. So I'm super excited. I hope it's going to be a very, very vibrant color, comparing on the background of the purple and pink eyeshadow. Let's get going. I remember how my mom was using blue mascara, like, I don't know, 30 years ago. It was very popular, something new that everyone was buying, so this was on top. But I think 2021 is going to be about eyes, about natural look, creating some crazy eyeliners, doing something crazy with the mascara. Okay, so the color is very visible. I mean, the brush on its own, it's quite difficult to work with because it's very big and fat. So it wouldn't be easy for those who have tiny lashes. Mascara on its own is not sticking the lashes. I mean, the idea of having a blue mascara is amazing, but the brush should be much smaller. And I think they extended brush, like in the shape of a banana, would be a very good idea. Especially because it's a new collection. This would be a very good idea. But I'm not mad at this mascara. It should be just a little bit more precise. It's not so bad, but it could be better. it looks nice. To compare this eye with the mascara without the mascara, it looks very nice. It looks very interesting, but it could be a little bit better. So this blue mascara on the background of the pink and purple looks so good. Looks very nice. Right, so I did the second eye and I'm trying to apply another layer, but the mascara is drying very fast. So adding another layer is, first of all, it's quite difficult, and it's making your lashes heavier and more chunkier. It's still working okay, but I think one proper and fast layer of the mascara should be absolutely enough. If you want to see how to apply properly mascara or to choose your right shade, check out one of my videos on my YouTube channel, and there's everything about the mascaras. So the look is almost complete. I'm not going to apply any extra lashes on top of this this look, because I want to stay with the blue lashes, and I don't have any extra blue lashes, unfortunately. So it's okay. This mascara is okay. I can see everything. I can see is blue now. So let's dip into the blush and glow. So I will try the light to medium blush and glow. So this is a pinky blusher. So I will go with a big brush for this. And should I get the light one? Yeah, I will try the light one just to be safe. It's very powdery. It's going onto the brush very quick. Na. Oh, it's giving the warmth, but it's nothing significant, to be honest. Right, I think I will try the more intense one. I think it's going to be too much, but let's see. Boom, boom. I don't want to look like a doll. Right. Okay, so it's quite difficult to blend, I think. Not so bad. It's giving the vibe, it's giving like an extra warmth, but you need to work with it quite fast and add a tiny layer and then build it up. Because the way it's blending, it's quite difficult, like the eyeshadows as well. I'm gonna go a little bit on the nose so it looks good. Okay, and now I want to go with a highlight. What about bronzer? Bronzer, yeah, we need to bronze. We need to use a bronzer, obviously. So the light one, I think the light one is not going to do the job because it's so yellow. So I think it's not gonna do the job. It's too yellow. Yo, it's too yellow. It's definitely too yellow. So the bronzer from the Bright palette, for my skin tone, it's too yellow. It's too yellow. It looks almost like a bruise. It's too yellow, definitely. Let me try the one from the darker palette. So that one is going to be medium to deep. Let's see this one. It's definitely much better, but it's still not like a good shade. The pigmentation is average of the bronzer, and the shade for, let's say, European skin tone is so. It's too yellow. It's definitely too yellow. And I wouldn't go with the I wouldn't mix it with the shimmery one, because it will completely destroy the look. It's giving like warmth. It's giving the warmth, which is okay, but it's still a bit too yellowish. All right, let's do it on my forehead. Yeah, it's too yellow. The other bronzers from the other bronzers that Avon did before are more proper for the European skin tone. But these ones, I mean, from this collection, is going to be too yellow. I'm not so mad at this, but it could be a little bit darker. It could be tiny bit darker. And now the highlighter. Because the highlighters are both the same on both palettes, I will use, actually it doesn't matter. Definitely I'm not going to use the gold one. I will use the champagne gold. So I will go with the first palette, the light to medium. Let's dip in. It's very powdery, so it's still making a lot of mess on the palette. Let's see how it glides on. Whoa! That's a glow. It's very cold shade, so it needs to be a tiny bit warmed up. Maybe with I think the yellow is going to be too yellow. It's not so bad. Champagne gold, but on the actual foundation it looks more pale. It looks like almost like a silver highlighter. The pigmentation is okay. It's not giving like an extra massive wow, but it is okay. But it's still okay. It's blending. How's the blending? The blending is okay. So I had a tiny spot over here, so you can see how the highlighter is sticking onto the moment where I've got like imperfection on my face. Okay, a little bit on the nose, on the cupid bow. Okay, just work it, build it. It is buildable, definitely. It is buildable, but it is very heavy. So it's staying on the space, on the moments where are imperfections on the skin. So it's making them visible. Obviously, every highlighter is giving you extra, like, wow, what is it on your face? But this one, it's not so bad. So it's not leaving like a cakiness, like a much visible cakiness on the skin. I think it depends on the foundation as well, because like on that side, whereas the concealer, it's starting to get cracky a little bit, and it's staying on the side where I've got the imperfection. But if it's like, if you're using it for a daily look, it shouldn't be a visible problem. Going on the cupid bow is absolutely fine. So with the highlighters, I will completely go with the first palette or the second palette, but with the bronzer, definitely medium to deep is going to be my shade, like European skin tone, because the bronzer, I can see it's a bit like yellowish orangey, too warm for my skin tone, but you can do the job, you can work it out. In a blending way, it's okay. Blushers, definitely from the first palette. Obviously the second palette has more peachy peachy blusher, which should work good as well. Okay, I didn't have any lipsticks in this collection, so I will use one of those lip liners as my lip liner and my lipstick as well. Actually, I will play with both of them to create and try to create an ombre look. So I've got the rose and I've got the sweet lust. Okay, so let's go with the sweet lust first. Right, so comparing to the other lip liners that I had before from Avon, this is like the consistency is so nice and smooth and so buttery. It's just gliding onto the lips so easily. Okay, it's not so bad. Thank God there's a sharpener to this lip liner, because otherwise, if it would be more thick, there will be no actual way to go on the edges of the lips. So with the lighter color, this one is rose, I will go in the middle to create more like an ombre look. They're gliding very nice and smooth. The first shade, Sweet Lust, is a metallic lip liner. It's very pigmented. It's gliding smoothly like a butter. And now I'm just adding the light one. So obviously this is not a lipstick, so I can't expect too much pigmentation over here, but it's still doing the job and it looks amazing. Obviously I could add a little bit of moisture, like a gloss on top of the lipstick, but I think this kind of finish is absolutely fine, and the look is done. So let's sum up all the products that we used for today's makeup. And that's how the whole look looks like using just and only the new collection from Avon. So I must say it turned out actually very good. I used a different foundation and the base and the rest from a different brand, but we're not going to talk about this. Concentrating on the new Full Bloom collection from Avon. So the actual eyeshadows are very delicate. There's nothing that's gonna make you wow. There's nothing new in this collection. The packaging is as the Avon quality, and the pigmentation of those eyeshadows with the blusher is, as you can see on my eyes, very delicate, very pastel-y. They are buildable. If it comes for blendiness, the shimmery ones are quite thick, so I wouldn't use them as my base color. If you want to go on the bottom of your brow bone, in the corners of your eyes, that's absolutely fine, but in a blendiness way, they're quite hard and quite difficult to work. Apart from the matte ones, which we have in the palette, I think, two, so the bluish and the purpley one, which are quite difficult to work as well, because as you can see, the intensity of the purple color is it is buildable, but they're washing off with the actual brush very fast. So I think we would need to add a lot of product to create a strong look. If it comes to a bronzer, the bronzer in the first palette, light to medium, is a bit too light for European skin tones. It's quite yellowy, as you can see on over here. They're quite yellow, they're very delicate, the pigmentation is not strong enough. If it comes for the blushes, they're quite okay, but still it's nothing that's going to make you wow. The pink blusher is very delicate, very pastel-y, to create a soft, cute look, more maybe for like an Asian skin tones. The other one is quite strong, and the blendiness is a bit difficult, so make sure you're gonna work fast with the actual product. Highlighters on both palettes, on light to medium and medium to deep, are quite similar, if I wouldn't say actually the same, and the power of those highlighters is very nice and strong, so I'm excited and I'm happy that the actual highlighters are good. As you can see on my look, there's still nothing about there's nothing to be like, you know, jumping about the highlighter. You can still add some more. It's getting a bit heavy if you're adding more, so you can see the transparency on the actual highlighter. And when it comes close to the concealer under my eyes, it's getting a little bit patchy, and it's going into the creases, and it looks a bit cracky. So you need to be careful how much you're applying the highlighter. But for this price, what else you can expect, right? Mascara, amazing. So the color is super intense. It looks very good on the pink and purple background, which I'm happy about. But the brush on its own, it's very typical, very basic brush. Too big. I think it's completely too big. It should be a little bit less thick as it is, and it should be more bendy, like in the shape of a banana, so that would be easier for us who have like small lashes, especially on the bottom, to create and to finish the actual look. And it's not buildable because it's getting dry very fast, and if you're trying to build it up, it's getting more cakey, and it's difficult actually to build it up. If it comes to those two lip liners that I've got, they're very nice, they're very smooth, they're just sliding on your lips like a butter, and it was very easy to create a ombre look using just those two lip liners. If you don't have a lipstick, this can work as a lip liner. What to expect more for this kind of price? You can play a little bit if you're a beginner makeup artist. If you're not confident in doing makeup, you can definitely get this eyeshadow palette with other products just to play and to be more confident while you're doing makeup. The one thing that I'm disappointed that it doesn't have a mirror. So if it's created for individual clients, it should have a mirror so you can actually see what you're doing on your face. If it's for a makeup artist, I'm not sure if any of the makeup artists will buy this eyeshadow palette. Sorry. But this is just only my personal opinion. And this is going to be everything in today's episode, and I hope you liked it. If you're looking for any of those products, the Avon products that I have used in today's video, the link is going to be just down underneath below the video. You can just click on the link, get yourself going to my website and purchase the products which are on the website, which I used on today's makeup. Just enjoy yourself, create something fantastic for Valentine's, which are this weekend. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, if you like the content of my YouTube channel, please leave a thumbs up. And obviously, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell to get notifications about new videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm so excited that you're excited to see me in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely weekend.